Yeah! Woo! What would you do if the fate of the world was draped on your shoulders? How far would you go to protect what you love and the secrets you hold? Lands wrapped in chaos and madness and woe. The realm needs some saving. It needs some heroes. The last, she strikes like lightning, but you don't hear the thunder. The yellow, he's quick with his tongue, he'll fill you with wonder. Rauga, he's loyal to his back, obsessed with the dead. Grunrow, he's searching for things that can lodge in your head. Hanging stones! Hanging stones! Wow!
Hello, world. We're back. Looks like one of the cameras didn't come through. Oh, the cameras got all screwed up. Hold on.
Oh no.
People's faces are wrong on the overlay. I'll fix it real quick. I think it's because we had people leaving and joining the calls. One sec.
What inconsiderate jerks.
Right? We should call them out by name.
Yeah. Ames. God.
Ugh. So, are we still live while we do this? Then?
Oh, yeah,
we
absolutely.
are.
It wouldn't be
Oh,
the
yeah,
Wanderers
great,
Guild if we
awesome.
didn't have
Perfect.
technical errors.
I do believe that I posted in our Discord saying any possible problem. Now, I thought it would be with the blood ritual, but, you know, here I was predicting our own future.
This blood
Discord's been
ritual.
popping off lately. We got some new members. They're engaged. They're retired.
The best
Shout out our
reference.
guy Bob.
What
Oh,
a
yeah.
pop.
All right. Everything's fixed. Welcome back, everyone. To
Bob watching the entire backlog. Go, Bob.
Yeah, I
The
know,
He
first-
tore
right?
through it in about 3 days. Like,
Which is insane.
I can't wait to be retired.
Welcome back to the Forbidden Lands, the Hanging Stone, session number 33. When last we left our heroes, most of us are, standing atop a huge stone monolith, a big table thing, in the Hexenwald. It is covered in runes, overgrown with vines. It has giant wolves sleeping under it, and atop it, the party is performing a blood ritual to extract the demon from Lynn's body. Or rather,
As you do.
Mother Mab is performing a ritual to extract the demon from Lynn's body. So, we're gonna get to that in a second. But elsewhere in the forest, Velas has suffered an empathy break and marched off from the rest of the party. And she is trudging alone through this witch forest. And it is midday.
Can you recap that situation? Wasn't like someone getting their leg gnawed off and she just said, fuck it, I'm out?
I would like to point out that his leg was not being gnawed off, but he instead just threw himself to the ground and was like, ah!
What was it that triggered the empathy break?
I was trying to get the wolves to not freak out because Grunrock was rolling on the ground. And so I took out some food, which is so valuable in this place, and offered them some food. They didn't look at me, so I was like, they clearly don't know what this is. I waved it in their face again, and then I lost my shit. Ooh, I don't know if we're 60 seconds in yet.
Who knew the rations we carried aren't even something wolves would be interested in? It's like the hardtack from what hardtack is from? Sailing ships, sailors. Hardtack.
Yeah. So that happened, and I turn and I look at Grunrock, who's losing his mind. I look at the wolves, and I just shove the rations back into my backpack, and I storm off through the woods.
She took the food with her.
Oh yeah, I'm still gonna eat it, even if the wolves aren't. I am. Sorry, Josh. Go ahead.
Nothing. The stench of death permeates the forest. You're walking on damp soil. A bit of sunlight is trickling down through the trees. You hear distant howls, chirping of birds, and this forest has many tricks up its sleeve. As you're walking along alone, you sense things shifting out of the corner of your eye. It's easy to get lost, feeling like you turn around and look where you just were and the trees look slightly different. And
I'm doing my very best to go back to the water.
Sure.
As I'm like walking, I've got like newfound direction.
You make it to the edge of the lake.
As soon as I get to the edge of the lake, I am going to I just start taking like my armor off. I take my backpack off. I take my boots off. I take my shirt off, and I reach into the backpack and I grab the crown. And I start wading into the lake until I'm like knee deep, waist deep, chest deep, and then I just start swimming until I feel like I can't see the bottom anymore. I take a big breath and I swim as deep as I can get, and then just let out all of the air into a scream under the water. And then I close my mouth. No oxygen in my lungs, and I just sit underwater as it burns in my lungs, it burns in my chest, and I just stay there until I feel like my head is going to explode. Gripping the crown in my hand, I kick back up. I just float on the top of the water. I'm staring at the sun, staring at the trees, the leaves, everything off in the distance, and I start thinking about Grunrock losing his mind. I start thinking about the visions from the teacup. I'm wondering if the green heartstone is mine or if it's Viridia's. I'm wondering if the giant eye is some kind of dragon or if it's Scrome. And when I think of Scrome, I start thinking of the darkness that he saw in me in Viridia. And I wonder if that darkness is hereditary. I wonder if it's avoidable, if it's fixable. If I got rid of the dagger, would that do it? I think about the disdainful way that Urgello's mother looked at me, as if I've spilled black paint on the white canvas of her son's life. And how that's the only look I ever got growing up. I think about how Raugar is connected with one of the Rust brothers, a very bad Rust brother for me, and I wonder if they're still connected. I wonder if he's going to try and turn me in. I wonder if I'm going to have to try and kill him, if I'm going to kill him. I think about Lynn, how I should maybe be there for what's going on, how she probably doesn't want me there, how I'm not sure if I could find my way there, if I wanted to, if I was supposed to. And I'm not sure if it's the water streaming down my face from coming back up or if it's me crying, but I just float. And I think to myself, will life always be like this? Maybe so. Maybe that's why elves don't live out their full eternity. Maybe it is always like this. Maybe I don't want it to always be like this.
The sun is getting low in the treetops and just trickling in over your face. So as you float on the surface and drift around on the lake, the light occasionally passes over your eyes. You see the clouds in the sky, just little wisps of them faintly drifting along. And you start to feel an inner peace that you've not felt in a long time. Alongside exhaustion and disconnection. and you forget where you are, and you forget how long you've been floating. You just sort of fall into a trance-like state in the lake, clutching the crown, floating along. Meanwhile, atop the stone monolith, with its carved runes and its strange dwellings beneath, the party stands arrayed around the perimeter of this huge stone circle. And in the center is Lynn and Mother Mab. Mother Mab is chanting a ritual. There is blood dripping down onto the table from her hand. Her eyes have turned solid black. And she is chanting some sort of sorcery that you are unfamiliar with. Just making guttural sounds. You've not heard Mother Mab speak a single word. And when she goes to use magic, she's just evoking these bestial guttural sounds that make you think of the wolves a bit. And Lynn is lying in the center of this table. Lynn has been gouged in the eye. She has been struck over the head. She has a broken arm. She has a broken leg. She is unconscious. She is pale. And she's like a rag doll. But she is on her knees, doubled over backwards. And sort of locked in the stance of her face locked in a scream, though she makes no sound. And a column of blood is slowly pouring out of her mouth, floating up into the air, spiraling its way up, and slowly coalescing about 10 feet up into the form of a huge serpent made of blood. And as it takes form, you see that it has huge red wings, and it's not sleek and elegant and reptilian like some sort of dragon. This thing has a segmented body, and it has dangling bloody appendages that make you think of a caterpillar, except the many legs all down its length are just sort of dangling like bloody noodles off of its form. And where you would expect to see a face, you see this leech-like opening with black needle teeth ringing all around it, but disturbingly human-looking eyes above both sides of the misshapen head at the front of the serpent. It's like a caterpillar, leech, dragon person made out of blood, and it is coiling and squirming, and blood is dripping down from it all over this top table surface, and it is making just disgusting sounds as it emerges, and its head is shaking and searching, and occasionally its eyes pause on each one of you, as though it is assessing its surroundings. And eventually the blood stops pouring from Lynn, and she collapses in just a heap, and the huge serpent is surveying its surroundings, and an arm bursts out, and another arm, so that now it has these two sort of misshapen, gangly arms with long talons on the fingertips, and it stretches a little bit like it's getting used to its form, and then it flaps its wings, hovers, and looks down at all of you. What is everybody doing while this is playing out? This thing is about 20 feet long, probably, and maybe a yard thick.
I've got the scimitar out. Oh, go ahead, Adam. Go ahead.
Nope, you got it. You first.
I was gonna say I have my scimitar out, and every time it looks at me and like lingers on me, I'm just gonna bare my teeth at it.
Okay.
I go and catch Lynn and just like put my body between it and her. And maybe like stare back at it over my shoulder defensively and bare my fangs.
I'm just holding on to like that club that I got ready to swing it. Not my eyes are not leaving the caterpillar.
It sweeps its head from side to side, and an echoing voice like a chorus of different voices from inside. Its whole body sort of ripples and reverberates, and a chorus of voices come pouring out of it. And it says, "You fools! You think you're saving the girl? Why do you think she lives when her whole village died? I chose her as a host, and that is why she still draws breath."
Well, I turn and look at him. Well, I guess I'm already kind of staring over my shoulder. And I just go, well, if you're done with her, do you think you could leave us alone now?
Yeah. It begins to lunge, and I'm going to draw initiative for everybody. It is still flying right now. And it has a table of actions, and I don't know what it's going to do.
Draw me a card. We'll see what happens. But, like, I won't volunteer for 10.
Big money, it's gonna be 10.
10.
First draw is for Grunralk. 10. Second card is for Ralgar.
Another
4.
10. What?
4.
Third card is for Dog. 2. Fourth card is for Mother Mab. 6. And fifth card is for Ye Old Flying Blood Serpent Demon Monster Caterpillar.
11?
It is still in the air. It is lunging downward in an aggressive way, so everybody has an opportunity to plan an action. If you decide to spend your turn melee attacking, you will only get to execute the melee attack if the creature takes an action that puts it into reach of you. It's flying down from above toward the center of the table. You don't know yet what it's going to do. If you choose to like hold and get ready to fight melee, you will only get an opportunity if it comes at you with an action. So let's start with Dog. You're top of the initiative. Although the three of you on top of the table can swap these around. 2 of you go before it, 1 of you goes after it. But you're all in communicating distance and sharing the same zone. And it's the start of a round, so
all I can do is hold an action. I don't know if Ralgar I don't know if you have any ranged capabilities on this that you want to take.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm looking to see if most of my magic is against humanoids. So I'm just looking through again to see if there's anything I can do.
That if there's no reason to swap with anyone, I'll stand. I'll kind of like try and put myself between. You said it's lunging down towards the table, like in that general area.
yeah.
I'll try and put myself in a way that I'm covering Ralgar since he is covering Lynn.
Okay, so you and Ralgar are grouped up, which means if it comes in reach of either of you, then it will be in reach of both of you.
Okay, and then I want to take a swing at it if it comes within range.
Okay. Ralgar, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get my axe out and prepare to defend. So attacking if attacked.
Okay. So you're both just grouping up, guarding Lynn and holding your position.
Yep.
All right, then we go to Mother Mab next. She is going to cast Banish Demon at power level 3. And I'm rolling the dice publicly.
Of that.
She's rolling 3 dice for this. This is a spell that, if it's successful, does damage to a demon that ignores all of its normal defenses, and can be done from a distance. She follows all of the normal miscast rules and all that. She's casting this at power level 3. 6s mean that it will be extra effective. 1s mean that she will have to roll on the miscast table.
Come on, Mother Mab.
We didn't plan the empathy break for Velas, but it's really worked out kind of well not having the crown all up in here.
This is true.
All right, Mother Mab raises her hands. They start swirling with green energy. Her eyes start glowing green. The smell of fresh cut grass wafts across the party, and she blasts this thing with just a wave of druidic magic that causes a huge chunk of its body to go splashing off, and she blows a big chunk out of it. It takes 3 damage, and the chunk of its body that gets blasted out, its body reforms, but a bit smaller, and the portion of its body that got blown out of place just dissolves into a huge cloud of blood mist that rises up into the sky and eventually turns into just a red cloud drifting in the sky. And yeah, that'll be it for Mab. She is going to do that, and then take a step back towards the staircase away from the table because she sees that the thing's still approaching aggressively. And I'm going to roll a die to see what this thing does.
All right.
For clarity, when you say approaching aggressively, do you mean approaching Mab aggressively?
Don't know yet. We're about to find out.
Okay.
It's flying down towards the table from its aerial starting position, and we're going to find out what it's doing. All right.
On the table of demon actions, a 4 means
Friendship.
It's smaller and now feels a little threatened and self-conscious. It flies over to the lake and screams underwater.
Ralgar.
Hello. I mean, oh, hi.
It sees you hunkered over Lynn. It flies down and then hovers out of reach, flaps its wings a few times, and then it is going to belch out just a bolt of blood mist at you. And you get a move action to try to dodge out of the way if you like. Or you can hold position and cover Lynn. If you dodge out of the way, it will strike Lynn.
I can't grab her and try to roll with her along the ground.
That's a hard dodge roll, so you'll be doing it at a -2.
We'll give that a try.
Am I?
Okay.
I was grouped up with him. Is there no way I could be in the way? I don't know if I know it's aiming at him, but I wanted to be covering Ralgar and Lynn.
You're in arm's reach of each other, but this is a single target ranged attack.
Okay.
Or is there any way I can hold my battle axe in front of my face and try to just catch the blood mist with the broadside of the axe, deflect it away.
It's just blowing a giant smoke ring of blood mist at you. It's not gonna get stopped by an
You're
axe.
confusing blood mist with like
blowback.
dodgeball.
You can choose to stand there and tank it to prevent it from hitting Lynn if you want. That's an option.
I can't tank shit. All right, Lynn and I are gonna try to roll. So,
All right, make
what's
a
that,
dodge
just
move.
straight- Is that a move at a
Yeah, it's a move
-2?
skill action at a -2.
All right, so I'll go from my base down. I'll take 2 from that. All right. 1 success.
Oh my goodness. That's still impressive that you got it.
Yeah, that red is not a negative die, right? Because the negative dice are like, you just got reduced.
The negative
from 3
dice are
down
purple.
To... Yeah. I'm just double checking.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
yeah, you
a
succeed
3
then.
base with a 1 skill at
All right.
-2.
You grab Lynn and roll to
Yep.
the edge of the table. And...
I'm trying to get like between the table and just break line of sight. So whichever
Yeah.
edge.
The bolt of blood mist just strikes the ground and disperses. And you have rolled out of the way. You are lying prone with Lynn.
As I roll, I'm just
the
kind
edge
of
of the
like,
table.
You stupid kid. Ah, you don't have no idea what I've done to you. You hate us so much.
The chorus of voices says, "If you deny me a host, I will claim you." And then it is Grunrock's turn.
Where am I in relation to where this thing is? Am I?
You are
I'm
on the
not within
ground and
arm's
it is
reach,
hovering
obviously.
out of reach.
Okay, it's hovering out of reach. I'm going to move towards Mab and ready up kind of next to her as a defender for the caster, pretty much.
Okay. Gonna get within arm's reach of her so that if it engages with her up close, you'll be in there.
Yeah.
And then just wait to take a swing if you get an opportunity.
Correct.
All right. We're back around. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the forest, Velas, you are floating on your back in a lake, and you're watching the clouds, and you see one red cloud among all of the white clouds, which probably messes with your head a fair bit.
I just like rub my eye, lean my head back to kind of like wet my face because I think like maybe I'm overheating. Just keep on keeping on until the end of this quarter day.
Dog.
He's still out of reach, right?
Yeah, he's hovering out of reach. The if only we had Vergello with his longbow skills.
So
or
we
his
get an arrow
performance for
that goes right
conquering.
through it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this would be a good Vergello one.
I'm
You so glad you built this new character?
yeah, I don't regret anything. Vergello would not have let a little girl get like blood ritualed, so it's a good thing.
Yeah, that's for the best.
The only thing I can do is try to taunt it. But that's 1 dice.
Could be a 6 though.
How does taunting work?
Could be a 6.
I have
So,
skill values
it's-
for this thing, so.
Page 57, you can use a slow action to taunt an enemy in combat. They must be within short range and understand my language. I can't taunt monsters or animals. Does demons count as monsters? I mean, this thing is intelligent. It's an opposed roll of performance versus insight. If I succeed, I choose the following. It's either angered and must direct its attack next to me, or it gets a -1 based on the number of successes.
I'm gonna let you roll it here.
Okay.
Demons are a monster, but monsters normally don't have skills, which is why it doesn't let you roll this type of thing against them. But demons do have skill values, and it feels like it should be applicable here. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and do it, even though it's technically a monster.
Okay. It's only 1 dice, so here we go. There we go. It's versus insight, so any successes he gets cancels it out. But
it has good insight.
yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
Either way, I just shout up to it. It's like, "You coward of a beast attacking defenseless children! Why don't you come down here and face me?"
All of those defense dice or insight dice could be ones, just like yours was a 6.
Oh my goodness.
2 successes.
That's a lot of insight, though.
It won't.
I'm
be
still
fooled.
impressed I got the 1.
It looks at you and pays you no mind. It sees through your attempts to manipulate it and will continue doing what it wants. We go on to 4, which is Ralgar.
Is there anything
real quick?
Yeah.
Since I had a fast action, can I get on top of the table?
Were you not before?
I guess I was beside the table with Ralgar and all that. Either way, I want to be on top of the table.
The table is huge. It's like a plateau
Okay.
with.
Oh,
it's
okay,
like
okay.
It's like if Stonehenge had a big stone disc on top of all of the
Got
supports.
Okay, sorry.
Picture
then, yeah,
picture
I'm where I
Stonehenge
wanna
with
be.
wolf, like a wolf den underneath of it, and a big stone table on top carved with runes. And you've all walked up a little staircase onto the top, and that's where all this is going down.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, Adam.
All good. Yeah. I called you Algar. Adam.
Algar.
I just quickly turned to Mother Mab. I'm like, what shall we do? Hoping she'll, give us any advice. But
What
she hasn't
should
spoken
we
yet,
do?
so.
She is gonna gesture like this and point
should
towards
we
the staircase.
Run? Oh, okay then. So I am like, I'm still like laying on top of Lynn, kind of, as I'm looking at her. So I'm gonna spend my turn trying to gather Lynn up and run. Gonna run.
You're gonna pick
but
up
like
Lynn and
with valor.
okay. So you can stand with Lynn and then move from where you are at the edge of the table to the staircase, which is the next zone over.
Cool. That's a good move. That's a good turn.
If you want to try to get away quicker, you can try leaping off of this thing, but that is a difficult move roll that could do damage to you.
I'm carrying Lynn. It's not gonna work. She's
Okay.
she's busted enough. Not
Okay.
all of us want to give her a concussion.
Okay. You mean another?
What's
concussion?
that mean?
All right, Ralgar, you are now on the staircase carrying Lynn.
And full of valor.
We go to
Bravely
Mother
running
Mab.
away.
Let's see here.
Brave Sir Robin.
Firmly grasp it.
Mother Mab. What are you gonna do now? She has put out some serious magic just now. She is getting a little bit tapped here. One sec.
Loot that body. That song lives absolutely rent-free in my head. I don't know who the first person to show it to was. Was it Amy that posted it the first time? Loot that body.
I thought you were the
loot that
first one. I
body.
know it's so
Loot the
good.
motherfucker.
Loot that body.
Yeah.
She is going to whistle. And Ralgar, you see the big alpha wolf stand up and come thundering towards the base of the staircase that you're standing on. And then she looks up at the demon and is just staring it down with her eyes solid black, her hair just whipping in this wind and leaves swirling all around her. But she's spell tapped and summoning her wolf for mobility and staring this thing dead in its ugly face.
Summoning her
then
wolf
it's its
for
turn.
mobility. So you mean she plans on getting on her wolf and running?
Don't know.
We'll see.
All right. The monster is going to swoop down and bite someone. I'm going to randomly determine who.
It lands on Velas. What the fuck is this thing?
Oh my goodness, that would be hilarious.
You thought my empathy was broken before.
Dog.
Why don't you come down and fight me? I see through your tricks.
Everybody else is running around a lot. You're probably the most stationary person. It's just going to open up its and just swoop straight at you with its giant leech mouth and just try to take a huge bite at you.
This is gonna hurt.
Yeah, so the bulk of this huge serpent is just going to come down, splash into the ground, where it becomes amorphous for a second as ripples travel up its form, and then it's just going to bite at you. So here it comes.
I can try and dodge, right?
You can try to dodge if you like. With the
Shove
usual,
its
you will
club
be
in its
prone, unless you take a penalty on the dodge roll.
And prone just means that I have to use my fast action to stand up.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Then yeah, I only have a move of 3, so I'm just gonna dodge fully and risk landing prone, I guess.
All right. You'll be prone regardless of what you roll if you don't take the penalty, is how it works. But if you
Right,
succeed,
it's
you'll reduce the attack successes by the number.
You said it's a -2.
It's -1 or -2. I don't remember. I'll check in a second.
Okay, I'll roll with the penalty either way. Do you want me to just do -2?
Mine was a -2 because I was rolling with Lynn, so it was a
Oh.
very hard dodge.
Yeah, that was a different thing.
Yeah.
That was just a -2 difficulty modifier separate from the prone thing because he was already laying on the ground rolling. Yeah, one sec. I'll check before you roll.
Dodge.
While they look into this, let's all just take a moment to truly appreciate Sirenscape, providing this background music that really just gets us all
It's
very
-2.
like serious and like it's soothing, but also in like a disarming kind of way.
The super
Go ahead and
skill
roll
battle
the
music we've
attack.
got going on.
Sirenscape.
Oh, sorry, that's -1. Let me do another negative dice. I thought I hit the 2. That 1 looks kind of... Okay.
It got 1 success, and so did you.
Whew! That would
dice,
hurt.
8 dice against basically 1.
Basically 1.
And now we know how much.
Yeah. It just splashes its face into the ground and then backs up and then slowly reforms. Just furious groaning sounds coming from inside of its form. You get a real up-close look inside the belly of this horror, and it is not a place you want to end up. And that is its turn. It failed to bite you, and it ends its turn on ground level. And you have rolled out of the way. And then we go to Grunralk.
So Mab is channeling, Ralgar's running, carrying Lynn. Dog seems thoroughly stuck in.
Dog is lying prone with this thing trying to eat him.
Got it. I'm going to pass Ralgar as he's trying to run for the stairs and try and attack this thing.
All right, you run up and take a swing at it. Give it an attack. One success. It has a very squishy body with very minimal armor. It's rolling a single armor die. for its thick rubbery hide inside of the goo that makes up like half of its body. Has very low armor for a beast of this size. So here we go.
Damn it.
Oh my god. It succeeds on the 1 armor die. Does that reduce successes by 1 or damage by 1? Because you might still do damage. I don't remember. Let me check how that works. Every success decreases the damage by 1. So you're going to work out your damage as though you got 1 success, and then the net result will be reduced by 1.
So you'll still do 1 damage, unless you do anything to add.
You do 2 damage normally?
Yeah.
I'll just wait for Hank to tell me how much damage he does.
Well, it's on his little card thing.
Yeah,
It says damage
it's
2.
2 damage.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
So,
I was
yeah,
reading.
you swing into this thing and hit resistance, but you leave a gash in it, and it is angry and lashes around, and it has now taken a total of 4 damage, and it seems moderately injured. It's angry, it's lashing around, and blood is spraying out of it in different directions. And then we kick back around to the top here with
Me.
Dog.
I knew you wanted to fight me, and I'm just gonna swing down with the club. My large wooden club.
Club swing.
Can I push it?
You can if you want.
So I remove 1 of the base. 1 success. 1 damage to my strength. 1 willpower.
So you got 1 success for a total of how much damage?
2 damage. It's a big old club.
Okay.
Does his armor break? Can his armor break?
No.
Squish the bug.
Squish the bug!
Squash.
Okay. Yep, so you swing down, smash into the thing, and do 2 points of damage to it. It's now badly injured and very angry. As you smash it, you just like crush a portion of its tail, and blood mist is just seeping out of it and coming up in columns, just like pumping out of its body, and it's very pissed off. And we are on to initiative 4. I think that's Ralgar.
Algar. I look down the stairs and see this massive wolf clogging the stairway. And then I look back over my shoulder and see Dog and Grunrock just like starting to thrash this thing. And I kind of like, between Lynn, them, floor. And I just say, okay, Lynn, just don't get any more hurt. And I lay her down and turn around and take a flying leap at this thing with my axe.
Okay, so you drop Lynn on the stairs. You'll move up a zone. Well, I don't think you're going to be able to drop her, move a zone, draw your axe, and attack. That's like, it's you can set her down and draw your axe, and if you succeed on a move action, I'll let you get up there this turn. But it's too many actions.
Well, I'll go engage it as close as I can get to just being in engagement range.
Okay, make a move roll to see if you get up to the top this round, or if you'll still be huffing it up there with your axe drawn and get to it next time.
Oh, did I get all the way down the stairs? I thought I just got to the stairs.
You were on the
last time.
staircase. You were in the staircase zone, so you were like in the middle of it.
We're gonna move then. We're not moving fast enough.
You set her down. You draw your axe,
push it?
and you can if you want. Okay. You set her down, you draw your axe, and you go rushing up the staircase, and you reach the fray. And that's your turn. And then we go on to
Mother Mab.
Mab. Her wolf is going to come charging up the staircase just after you. It just leaps over Lynn and keeps going. And the huge wolf just deftly makes its way up to the top, runs past the huge combat that's going on straight to Mab, and she is going to climb up and mount on him. And that's her turn. She'll end the turn standing on wolf back, looking very intimidating again. And then we are on to monster. Come on, 6. Oh, God.
Oh, jeez. He said come on 6 and he got the thing he wanted. We're
That
all
was
dead.
the cold
He
shot
exploded.
right there. Who's in the fray? Ralgar, Grunralk, and Dog, all 3 of you?
Well, Ralgar didn't... Oh, no, he did make it. He pushed his move, right? Yeah. Yeah. We're all
And now
down.
I'm gonna die.
The gang's all here. Counterspell.
That would be a Ralgar target.
Nice. Time to die.
Ralgar, this thing is flailing around. It's looking at the wolf running by, and just as chance would have it, you're the person that it locks eyes with. And you reach the top of the stairs, axe drawn, huffing and puffing, and you meet this thing's black, soulless eyes, and it's like you're staring into a deep and haunting pool, and everything around you goes black and silent. You forget where you are, and a voice gently beckons, "Open yourself to me." And you're going to have to make an insight roll at a -3.
At a -4, 2, 3. All right, so that'd be 1 and 1. One success.
You succeed. You take 2
And
steps.
Yep, tell me.
You take 2 steps toward it with your mouth just gaping open, and you faintly taste blood on your lips, and then you shake yourself out of it. Realize that it was in your head, and that you were walking towards it, trying to let it in your face. And to everybody else, they see you just walking toward it like a zombie for about 2 steps, and then you snap yourself out of it, take 2 steps back, and the thing just shakes.
And I look it in the eye and I go, "I'll bend over and I'll show you what to open."
Yeah, it's just gonna angrily like turn its head inside out so that you can see just teeth and intestines and worms and things inside of its body, and then it closes up again so that you're staring at those black humanoid eyes, and then that ate up its turn. We're on to Grunralk.
I'm gonna take a swing at it.
Go for it.
Now that's a lot of damage. Ooh.
Grunralk, how much damage did you do there?
I think it's still 2.
No, that's 4. You got 3 successes.
Oh, okay. Well, he does math better than me. So
Grunralk, you see this thing lean down to make eye contact with Ralgar, and you see your opening, and you swing with all your might, and you chop the head off of this thing.
Woo!
You just chop clean through it, and it collapses in just a bloody heap on the ground, and blood mist begins so it dissolves into a puddle on the ground, and mist starts rising off of it faster and faster and faster and pumping out into the air, and you realize that this thing is just filling the entire area with blood mist rapidly, and it is time to GTFO. You are quickly going to be pushed from the table and forced to flee as this entire forest clearing starts rapidly filling with blood mist from this thing's body. Everyone who is in the fray, that's gonna be Ralgar, Grunrock, Dog, is going to have to make a move roll to outrun the blood mist.
Oh, was I in the fray or was I at the top of the stairs?
you moved into the fray.
You moved into the fray. You got into melee range with it. I said you would start your next turn in melee range with it. Really what I'm asking is who's up on top of the table, which is all of you.
All three of us, yeah.
You're going to have to make a move roll for this blood mist to not catch up with you and potentially affect you. And you can choose to take a point of damage jumping off of the table to get a +2 on the move roll to outrun the blood mist.
I got to pick Lynn up.
Yeah, that rules out the whole jumping plan.
It would be a point of damage to the strength?
Yeah.
Okay.
I scoop Lynn up, and is Mother Mab like on her way out with the wolf, or is she already?
She's going to be making a move roll like everybody else with the wolf, and in fact, she's going to command it to leap off of the table.
Then I'm going to attempt to hand Lynn to her and say, "Take her, please," and see if she nods or shakes her head.
She is running for the edge of the table, and you can step between her and the edge of the table and petition her, and it's going to be a what's it called? Manipulate roll.
Manipulation.
To convince her to take the girl. You're trying to appeal to her. You're trying to appeal to her witchy feelings and convince her to take this girl.
I mean, take her. This was a waste of time.
Oh man, one fail. Can I push that?
You can.
Because I really
you can
want
push
her
it if you role play what you say.
Okay, give me a sec. Oh, okay, I got it. All right. Well, let me push it first and see what happens. No, I'll do it first. Okay, I look her dead in the eyes and I go, "I thought your name was Mother. Shouldn't you be taking care of little people like this? She will not survive the day. All of this is a waste if you don't take her for us. Please, take her and save her like you saved all these other little witches."
Get a +2 on that manipulate roll.
Ooh. Let's see, it's going to be -1 because of the fail, and then +1, so she should be +1. And we push that. Oh!
She looks at you, she looks at the girl, she looks at the cloud of blood mist, and she leaps right over you. She kicks the wolf, leaps over, and goes running off into the forest.
I guess we all make a move roll.
Yep. Everybody make a move roll to try to outrun the mist.
Oh, no.
Dear God. The dice. All right. Dog and Grunrock. You two get going and sprint for it. Ralgar really thinks Mab is going to stop. He holds himself up to petition for her aid, holding out the girl, desperation in his eyes, and is completely caught off guard when she just leaps over him and ignores him, leaving him standing in a slightly awkward place where the blood mist is closing. He's backing up to the edge of the table, and he's looking down, and...
Oh yeah, I'm looking down.
And before he can make the jump, it sweeps over him and Lynn, and you are going to have to make an... One sec. I believe it's an insight roll. Let me check.
Uh-oh. Shame I just burned 2 wits of my manipulation rolls.
Buddy, I got a great idea. Have an empathy break. Then you'll just leave.
Then you just leave the
Then you
scene.
just leave.
Simple as that.
Just T-pose right out of there.
You know what? I'm not having a good time. I'm leaving.
Blood Mist gets super offended. It also has an empathy break. It goes the other direction.
There we go. Sorry, found it.
You get an
I'm
empathy
gonna
break.
not
You get an
recording.
empathy break. You get an empathy break.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make an insight roll.
Cool. Sounds fun.
You
Can
suffer
I
1
push it?
point. No. You suffer 1 point of damage to your empathy, and you are
And-
overcome with
and-
what?
Elric says that insight is wits, not empathy.
Yeah,
Okay.
insight is wits.
So would you
Okay,
damage?
does that-
But I just Josh said 1 damage to empathy.
Yeah. So you make
Oh.
your insight roll. You fail. The blood mist sweeps over you, and as you breathe it in, you are overcome with intense feelings of homesickness. You have flashbacks to the Shire or whatever.
Oh,
forest
back
where
to
you
when my
come
whole
from.
pack was alive. Oh,
Yeah,
that's just
yeah.
rude.
You're
Oh, that
getting
is really
flashbacks to your
sad.
pack, to your old home, to your forest, to your sense of belonging, to a time when things were simpler. And the only consequence is that you take a point of damage to your empathy. If you suffer an empathy break, other things will happen. But yeah,
All
so
right.
you take a point of damage to your empathy, and then next turn you'll get to resume trying to escape.
And if
Dog.
the loss were here, I would just want her to note that I flash back to my pack, not to the Rust Brothers.
I don't know what you flash back to, but there's someone in your past who's also in my past who wants me dead.
Dog and
2 of us.
Grunralk, you're ahead of the mist. Traveling through the forest. First of all, you see Mother Mab just go sprinting off on the giant black wolf and disappear into the forest super fast. She knows this place inside and out, and she's on alpha wolf back. The rest of the wolf pack also go scattering off after her. You two are outside of the mist. It is continuing to expand and engulf the forest around you. But you are outside of the expanding ring, and you looked back over your shoulder and saw it engulf Ralgar and Lynn. If you continue moving and do not go back or hesitate, you do not have to make any further move rolls, but you do have to keep moving through the forest as it spreads to stay ahead of it. What do you do?
When I look back over my shoulder and see the mist overtake them, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. And I'm going to just start cursing and goblin, stop, and immediately start running back towards the table.
Dog?
Well, wait, what? I have to keep running. I only have 1 point of empathy.
Dog keeps running. Ralgar. We're back
Ralgar.
around to you.
Ralgar.
You can make a move roll to try to escape the mist. You're just running back to the staircase, down through the mist, pushing it out of your eyes while running through just a red haze in every direction and desperately trying to get out of it. You can make a move roll to try to escape the mist, but first, you are going to have to make an move roll to escape the mist, and if you fail the move roll, then you'll have to make another insight roll.
Understood. 2 fails on that move.
Oh my goodness.
You are pushing through the mist, disoriented, and trying to find a way out, and make an insight roll. You suffer another point of damage to empathy. Do you?
I'm still in it.
All right, you're still in it.
I'm still in it.
Grunralk. You go running back in the direction of the table, and you find Ralgar trying to push his way out. He has not given in yet, and he is still running, and now both of you are in the mist. Ralgar, you see Grunralk in front of you. He's come back for you. And
Show me the way out.
I'm gonna grab him by the belt and start dragging him and Lynn.
you're
the
running
direction
side
I
by
just ran
side
from.
now, and
Yeah.
Grunralk, you're going to have to make an insight roll to resist the effects of the mist. You don't get to try to escape this turn because you ran in this turn. All right, you resist the effects of the mist. You're holding your breath. You're trying not to think about it, and you are grabbing Ralgar and trying to get out. Dog, you keep running. The mist is
Yep,
just expanding through the forest. You're watching it spread outwards, and you're close to the treehouse of the Tea Witch, and the wall of mist is still rolling at a steady pace through the forest.
If I get close enough to her house, I'm just gonna shout up to her. It's like, "Look out, blood mist!"
Okay. Astrid. It was Astrid, I believe. Astrid's treehouse. So yeah, you shout that, and you hear a bit of clamoring inside, and she pokes her head out with a teapot in her hand, and she looks down in a bit of a panic, and then looks in the direction of the blood mist, and then goes back inside and starts rummaging around. You're still staying ahead of the blood mist because it is slow moving, but you have alerted her to its approach, and she's fumbling around in her house doing something. Ralgar,
Yeah.
make a move roll to try to run out of this blood mist. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just looking something up real quick.
Does me being with him aid in that at all, or are we doing independent moves here?
You're doing independent moves, but if either of you gives in to the mist, the other will see it happening and maybe have the opportunity to drag them.
All right, move roll. Here we go. There it is.
Woo! All right. You lock arms with Grunralk, and you go sprinting. And Grunralk, move roll to keep up. Ralgar sees just a patch of sunlight coming through the mist and gets a second wind and just goes sprinting all out at it.
Oh my goodness!
no.
Can you push it? That's a lot, but
I can't afford to.
can't afford to.
It'd break me.
Okay, yeah. So
I'm down enough
Ralgar,
from
Grunralk
previous
came
stuff.
back for you. You are running right alongside him. You sprint for it. You burst out into the forest. There's little holes in the trees where sunlight is coming in. You look back, you see the wall of red mist, and you realize that Grunralk has tripped somewhere in the mist after coming back for you, and that now you are out here with Lynn in your arms, motionless. You look back. There's no Grunralk because he fell. And do you keep going or turn back?
Can
Does this-
Can I scream something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Save her, you furry idiot! Go!
A voice echoes from somewhere indistinct in the mist.
My ears just perk up at it. Does this mist feel magical in nature?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's brimming with dark magic. It makes your supernatural senses just overwhelmed.
Because I'm tempted to try something here. I'm tempted to pull out a general spell and cast it at a stupid high level. I'm tempted to cast Dispel Magic at like level 4 or 5 and see if I can dispel the blood mist. So let's give it a try.
It's not gonna work, and you know it's not gonna work because the blood mist is like demonic Chermog magic, and you know this, and it doesn't bend to your will. It's its own entity that exists outside of the magic that you know. It's
All right,
just
then
like
I keep running.
It's like a living thing. It's not like a spell.
Then I am gonna keep running. Let's do it.
Okay. Make a move roll.
Even though I'm outside the mist. I'm back in the mist now.
You went back in?
No, but you said
Oh,
make
sorry.
a move roll, and
I
just
thought you
rolled
were
2
in. Sorry,
rolls.
you don't have to make a move roll.
No.
I got you mixed up with you've switched places and I forgot. No, you don't have to make a move roll. You just keep running if you don't want to turn back. Grenrock, you have to make a move roll.
10-4.
Sorry for that.
I was like, oh man.
Veloz, you're watching the sky and you're having like a vision of the sky just slowly turning red.
I don't remember taking any drugs or touching anything magical. I'll just kind of raise the crown up above my face. You doing this?
Grunrock,
Lower back down.
are you
I-
gonna push that?
I can afford to push that one.
All right, go for it.
I take off the fail and then push, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if you fail this, you have to make an insight roll. All right. Ralgar, you keep moving, and
Okay.
Grunrock comes bursting out of the blood mist, running after you. And you're all staying ahead of it now. Everybody has escaped the blood mist, and you all see each other. You're a bit scattered, but you're all staying ahead of it and just marching your way through the forest as this spreads, and you just wonder how much it's going to spread, but you're outside of the bubble now, watching the wall of red mist just slowly continue. Veloz, you realize that your vision is not a vision, and you're like, wait, why is the sky red? And then you realize that blood mist is just spreading across the lake and slowly engulfing everything. It is above you. It is sweeping its way across the lake, and then as you are starting to panic, Astrid swoops overhead, reaches down from her broom, and holds out a hand and says, "Grab on."
I just reach up with my non-crown hand, and I'm like, "Gee, thanks. This is twice." And just
She's
hold
got your
on really
belongings
tight.
that you dropped by the side of the lake slung over her back. She reaches down, grabs you, and
She's
lifts you
just
out of the
F
lake.
bitch.
Listen, forget saving this girl for Vergello. Like, the laws might be.
She is going to fly you way, way up above the treetops, above the forest, and you're going to see that blood mist is engulfing like a third of the forest now.
My friends, where are my friends?
I saw the orc. He warned me, and he was outside of the mist. The others, I'm not sure that they made it.
Will you look? Can we fly around above it? Can we look for them?
Yeah. She's gonna start circling and flying above the blood mist, and eventually she spots Ralgar and Grunrock just running through the forest, and she will bring you down to where the rest of the party is, and everybody can regroup now. Veloz, your empathy break is over. You've recovered a point of empathy, and you're back with everybody
Oh!
else.
I did not know demons exploded with blood mist.
Astrid says,
What?
I have to go check on my sisters. You all
Yes.
stay ahead of this. Good luck. And
Thank you,
she
Zima.
flies off. I can't hear you, Hank.
If you see Mother Mab, thank her.
Okay, I will. And she flies off.
What the hell happened?
The demon's out. Don't stop running.
Let's just run.
I am going to look over at Ralgar holding Lynn and like her messed up face and I'm going to grab her from him, and I'm just going to start running.
You march through the Hexenwald for a good 10 or 15 minutes, staying ahead of this just wall of red mist expanding as it engulfs probably about 2/3 of the forest before it slowly slows down. It's a more or less circular forest, so this thing does there's like a crescent of forest left where the blood mist didn't engulf, and about 2/3 of the Hexenwald is now just engulfed in a permanent blood mist. And you all step outside, out into an open field on the fringes of this hex, and watch as it slowly stops and hovers, having eaten a substantial part of the forest. And it seems to have stopped moving, so you're all safely outside of the woods now.
I am kind of worried about carrots. Do you think the horses ran when they saw the mist?
Oh shit, Dahlia!
Oh,
Where is Dahlia?
the tower! Does anyone see the tower? Is the tower in the mist?
I swear to God, if we have killed Dahlia to save Lynn, I'm gonna come unglued.
The tower pokes out above the mist.
I'm running towards it. I'll go around the edge if I have to for as long as I can.
The
but
base
I
of the
gotta
tower is in the mist. The top of the tower is sticking out of the mist. So if you want to go to the tower, it requires going in the mist.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try to circle around as much as I can without going in, and then just beeline towards the tower to see
Wait,
if I can
look,
find her.
Grundog, wait. She wasn't by herself. There was another witch in that tower. Surely she'd have seen it coming. They might have gotten out. Let's see if we can find them first before we run back in.
I
Dog.
can't leave her.
Dog, while
she
they're
might
having
not
this
be in there.
conversation, you're looking at Lynn and you're a bit concerned because she is very motionless and you're not sure she's breathing.
Oh, jeez. Guys, Lynn. Is she can I check to see if she's breathing?
Lynn has 4 critical injuries, the 4th of which was caused by non-standard damage, and she needs a healing roll success right now to be resuscitated.
Can anyone do better than a 1?
I'm down to a 1.
I have a 2.
All right, Grundrock, give her mouth to mouth.
Can we assist in any way?
He can get +1 die from the entire party gathering around, digging through supplies, giving him everything he asks for, checking on things, giving words of encouragement. He can get 1 die from the whole rest of the party helping him out. Grunralk, good luck. You may push this if you want. She has no pulse, no breath. She's pale. She's clammy. She's cold. Her head twitches to one side. She reaches out with one arm, grabs onto the earth, and begins to drag herself in the direction of the Hexenwald, and goes,
Does she need to go back?
I think she's gone. I think that's the
She's
demon
dragging
trying to
her
call its
broken
host
arm
body
and her
back.
broken leg just dangling behind, and dragging herself across the ground with one arm.
I'm gonna grab her body and just kind of like wrap her up in my arms and lean back. And with like the other arm, I'm gonna pull the crown on my head. Fix her, please. Tell me how to fix her. The demon is gone. It's just trying to crawl into the blood mist. Please tell me how to fix her.
You're surrounded by the ancient elves. Just the floating stones in the black void. And they're silent for a good 10 seconds. Nebulos, oldest and wisest, says, "My dear, you said it yourself. The demon is gone."
She's too young. She's too young. Please, she's too young. Please, please, you have to know something. Please.
It was a demon summoned into this world from the realm of Jurmog. Such things are a violation of the natural order. It was brought here by Zygofer. Let it not happen to another one.
I hate you. I hate all of you. You're never any help when anyone needs you.
We cannot reverse the natural order.
You set the natural order into play. Elves play by their own rules, and I hate you. I hate you. I'm gonna take the crown off. And, I mean, she's still crawling. I'm gonna look at the rest of the group and be like,
Before Velas can do anything, before anyone does, I swing my axe down at her neck.
I'm holding her. Please be careful.
He meant your neck. Betrayal.
You shove her out of the way with just a sudden kick, and then bring the axe down on the girl's body.
That sounds good.
Velas, you get knocked on your ass unexpectedly. Before you know what happened, Ralgar's got her axed. She stops moving.
I don't look at Velas, but my ears are down and my tail is down and my shoulders just slump, and I drop my axe on the ground and I just say quietly, "It was never your burden to bear. You couldn't have lived if you'd have done that. I'm sorry."
I don't know that I want to anymore. I'm just gonna start pawing at the earth and trying to, like, dig a grave with my hands.
I start digging a hole with her too.
While you are all here for a while digging, because that takes a while, Dahlia is
okay.
Going to come flying by on Astrid's broom. They'll spot you trying to get to the tower, Grunrock. Astrid's gonna swoop her down to you. She says, "Blood mist, just..." You know this already. What happened, Grunrock?
She's gone. But she was free when she went. The demon's dead. Lynn is dead. We failed. They're burying her over there. I need some time.
Dahlia
No.
says...
Wander a little
Dahlia
further
just
off.
mutters under her breath that she needs a drink, and then she takes a couple of steps, and then she pulls out a full-on Aragorn rage kick of just a rock out in a field. And then she's just gonna go stomping off. Grunrock, Astrid's gonna swoop by you, and she says, "I'll see to it that the horses are led safely out. They're protected
you.
in the area beneath the tower for now."
Thank you for
And
your help.
it's going to be evening time. The sun is getting low by the time you're finished with the grave digging project. And while you're making camp out there later in the evening, Astrid is going to lead the horses to you all. Somebody should make camp before it gets dark.
I'll step away after I've
Okay.
been helping dig in the hole.
Go ahead.
While Dog is making camp, I turn to Velas and I say, "You might not like what I'm about to offer, but I have to ask. Now that she is free of that demon, I can let you speak with her one more time if you want to say goodbye to the real Lynn. You don't have to, but you can." And I kneel by the grave that we're digging, just with my paws on the ground, right above where she's buried. And I cast my Speak to the Dead.
Okay.
Just at rank 2. In fact, I'm at rank 3. It's a rank 2 spell, so there's no risk here. So long as the crown is out of the way.
If you've told me that you're going to cast a spell, I'll pass it off to Dog while he's making camp.
Yeah, I'll bring it over to the campsite.
I'll pass it.
If it's lower than your skill rank, you can lower the dice necessary by 1, so it goes down from... Oh, and you can cast it at rank 1 for full effect. It looks like the rank doesn't matter. Yeah, so you can cast it at 0 dice. Okay.
Take a willpower.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, spend a willpower. And
just a point of order here, once my ritual is complete and the spell is starting to take effect, I am distancing myself because it is well known that the dead don't speak to those that did the deed.
You can speak with the dead. You must be within near range of where the victim died or lies buried. You must know the victim's name. You can speak with the dead for a few minutes and ask a few simple questions. The dead are not always cooperative. The GM decides. If the victim's remains are reasonably intact, you can speak directly with the corpse. Otherwise, you hear them as a disembodied ghost voice. All right.
So I'll just serve as a conduit between Velas and if Lynn wishes to speak. So just whatever she says comes through me, and whatever Velas says goes to her.
Okay. You cast Speak with Dead.
Lynn, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry that this happened to you. Sorry that we were not the best fit for you. I'm sorry that your needs took a back seat to everything. And I'm so sorry that when you needed me the most, I wasn't there.
You hear nothing. And a good 20-30 seconds pass. And you're pretty sure that the spell isn't working or she's not cooperating. And then a ghostly form of the girl appears standing on top of the girl's grave. And she is wearing the bracelet that you gave her for the first time that you can remember. And she is smiling for the first time that you can remember. You don't feel it, but she places a hand on your shoulder. She says, "You did everything that you could. I'm okay now. Thank you." It was never me that was upset with you. I heard a lot of terrible things inside my head these past weeks. Make me a promise. Don't let this happen to anyone else. That demon was one of many, and they are held here by the dark magic of Zygofer. The blood mist, the demons, all of it. They are given entrance to this world by some dark sorcery in Vond. And if it could be disrupted, they would all be sent home. It was the one thing he was the most terrified of, and it was the one thing he wanted to prevent. I could feel his thoughts, and the one thing that he feared the most was to be hungry, to be sent back to a place where there's no suffering to feed on.
I'll do it. I swear to you, on my life and every life I'm given, for as long as my heartstone is unshattered, I will never stop trying for you.
Don't forget me, and don't forget my father, and my village, and all the other villages.
I won't. I swear. For as
She
long
walks
as I'm-
slowly forwards and plants a kiss on your forehead that you can't feel, and then she just apparates away.
I'm just gonna lean back forward and put my face like into the dirt of her grave and just continue to weep. Not
I just
unlike what I'm
throw up
doing
at
right now.
Veloc's feet.
Minus the dirt.
So, I think we should call this an early session here. I discussed this with the group beforehand. My wife is having a baby sometime in the next week. We're scheduled for a C-section, so we're talking at most a week from now. So we're gonna do a little season break. We're gonna take a few weeks off. The group may run some other things on the channel without me, so stay tuned for that. But I consider this a good place for sort of a season break. We have Vergello off screen traveling with the dwarves, who are able to raise up a stronghold anywhere that you want. So when we resume, you will effectively get to go out in the world and pick where you want your stronghold. We have closed the Lynn plot line, and we are safely camped outside of the Hexenwald. So
She was
Is
more
there-
than a plot line, Josh.
I will be
Okay.
ugly crying about her for weeks.
is there anything anyone would like to do before we wrap there, or is that a wrap there? Anything anyone wants to say or do or clear up before we take a few weeks off?
I want to say one thing as my character to everyone that
Sure.
night at camp, as we're all just kind of like sitting around, awkwardly not saying anything. Veloc had handed me the crown, and I've just been kind of like looking at the elven gems, having never seen one before, up close at all. And I just want to be like, this kind of reminds me, well, there's a clan of orcs that has like an elven gem. She uses it as like a clasp, and supposedly it inspires everyone around her. Just thought it looked neat.
Where?
Wait, did he just say what I think he said?
He definitely did.
And season end.
Did you participate in the game session? If so, you get an XP for being here. Did you travel through at least one hex? No. Did you discover a new adventure site? No. Did you defeat one or more monsters? Absolutely.
Well, Veloz didn't. I'm kidding.
She's getting it.
Well, I was gonna say, do I? Because I definitely wasn't there. I was defeating monsters in me.
You
You
get
fought
credit.
your own demons.
You suffered your break fighting your way to the altar to summon the thing, and had to participate in the escape from the fallout with everybody else. You definitely get that.
This fight with the demon happened back at the dwarf area. Like, it's been a long
Mhm.
journey since then.
Pride, Dark Secret, risk your life for another PC.
I think Grunrock.
For sure, Ralgar gets credit for this because Lynn
And
counts.
Ralgar. Yeah.
And Grunrock
I think both
ran
of them.
back into the mist. Yeah, the two of
Yeah.
you definitely get an XP for life risking for another PC.
Hey, does that mean I activated my pride too?
Your pride is something you roll a d12 and add to the die result of something
Yeah,
that
it's
you
an
failed.
extra like die roll.
Yeah, I should have done that. Whoops.
Yeah, the die roll that the pride could have applied to.
Would have helped.
Yeah. You roll your pride when you have failed on something to get a last ditch chance at it if it falls.
Would have
within the
helped a lot.
thing. Yeah.
That's funny.
Extraordinary action of some kind. Veloz for just top-notch
mean,
role playing throughout.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
And you know what? Grunrock too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if we can give out multiple, I think that Ralgar should get one just for giving us closure to the Lynn thing.
Yeah, the Speak with Dead as a
Yeah,
way to
I like
close
that
off the Lynn
story
thing.
wise.
Yeah.
I thought that was really good.
Let's give one to Ralgar. He spent a willpower casting a spell for pure plot purposes. That gets you an XP.
And if Bill is the only one without one, he should just get
Nope.
one.
Nope.
Would it be?
Nope. I was just here.
Yeah.
I clubbed a demon. I ran for my life. I warned Astrid. I met status quo. That's what I was looking for today.
He did warn Astrid, which ended up saving Veloz and Dahlia and the horses.
Nope. Status quo.
So, yeah, we'll call this a season break. We're going to be probably off for about a month. I'm going to use that time where we're not doing any new episodes to just catch up on editing and uploading all the previous episodes so that when we resume in a month-ish, we'll be caught up to this episode on all of the edited videos on YouTube. So keep an eye out for those. Ars Magic is still coming, but it started butting up against newborn timeline because we took so long to get it coming. So it is coming, but my life is shutting down for a few weeks, during which I hope I will sleep at least once or twice. If you've had a newborn, you know how it be. This is my second. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Elric, as always, thank you for joining us, and everybody else
thanks,
who's
everyone.
watching who's not chatting. Yeah, there will be many more, so stay tuned, and we will see you all in a few weeks. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, friends.
Goodbye.